It's Thursday, August 21st, 2025, and I'm Dave Sobel. 4 things to know today. Microsoft leaves smaller MSPs exposed as licensing giants undercut margins by 20%. Alert fatigue cripples security teams, while half of all alerts turning out to be noise. Intel leans on investors in Washington, while Foxconn makes more on AI servers than iPhones, and enables RMM flaws are actively exploited, with nearly 900 servers still unpatched. Plus updates from SuperOps, Kaseya, ConnectWise, Syncro, and Egnyte. This is the business of tech. I'm back from a few days off, and so I want to highlight some stories that happened in the past few days. Microsoft is facing criticism from managed service providers for failing to protect them from aggressive pricing tactics by larger licensing solution providers. These service providers report that they are experiencing margin erosion and increased competition from larger licensing solution providers, which are undercutting them by as much as 20%. The Cloud Solution Provider Program, launched in 2014, was intended to level the playing field for smaller providers. However, many MSPs feel abandoned as Microsoft has not enforced pricing parity, allowing larger entities to offer discounts of up to 20% below what MSPs can sustain. Analysts suggest that Microsoft's current approach may lead to consolidation among its partners as it increasingly favors larger providers while leaving smaller ones struggling to compete. Managed service providers are increasingly grappling with alert fatigue as they juggle a growing number of security tools. According to a recent survey by Humdahl, over 75% of the 80 managed service providers surveyed experience alert fatigue monthly, with more than half facing it weekly or daily. The report highlights a troubling trend, particularly among larger firms, where nearly half of those with over 500 employees suffer from daily fatigue, largely due to excessive tools and poor integration that amplify false positives. On average, providers dealing with daily fatigue utilize 7.4 tools compared to just 4.5 for those experiencing fewer issues. Alarmingly, 1 in 4 alerts is a false positive, and in some instances, over 30% of alerts are incorrect. This not only increases the workload for analysts, but also raises the risk of missing actual threats. Despite the advantages of consolidating security tools, progress remains slow, with many providers hesitant due to concerns about migration complexity and potential feature loss. Humdahl's report suggests that integrating platforms and enhancing automation could help alleviate these challenges, yet only 31% of managed service providers have adopted artificial intelligence or security orchestration, automation, and response tools to lighten their load. Why do we care? Microsoft built CSP to level the playing field, but they're letting the big guys undercut the little guys by 20%. Translation: if you're a small MSP trying to make money on license resale, Microsoft's not protecting you. Period. They've picked scale over channel diversity, and you're on your own. And on the security front, alert fatigue is real. MSPs drowning in 7+ tools, half of the alerts are noise, and a quarter outright false. You're burning staff time, and you're still at risk of missing the actual threats. Vendors keep telling you consolidate and automate, but only a third of providers are doing it. The old playbook is broken. Don't count on vendor margins. Don't keep stacking tools. Move to outcomes customers value: security confidence, compliance, and AI adoption. And clean up your stack so your people can actually deliver. That's where survival and margin lives. This episode supported by Measurable. Get ready, AI-driven project automation isn't the future, it's here today. Measurable offers a fully integrated intelligent platform that combines real-time risk management and remediation, smart scheduling, resource capacity management, and AI-enhanced project coaching. By pulling in data from PSA, CRM, calendars, tickets, and time tracking tools, Measurable continuously recalculates schedules, flags delays, identifies overbooked resources, and guides users through fix-it steps, with templated and analytics to improve estimates over time. Businesses experience fewer cost overruns, up-to-date forecasting, smoother capacity planning, and more predictable on-time delivery, preserving margins and freeing teams to focus on the real work. Head to Measurable.com, that's MOOVILA, to book a demo and see their AI-powered automation engine in action. A rapid-fire product announcement round. SuperOps has announced the launch of an artificial intelligence marketplace for managed service providers developed in partnership with Amazon Web Services. The marketplace aims to simplify the adoption of AI agents, offering a reliable platform for service providers to find and utilize agents for tasks such as ticket triage and alert remediation. Alongside the marketplace, SuperOps is also launching an interactive hub for collaboration among IT leaders and developers, as well as a global developer challenge with a prize pool of up to $100,000 to encourage the creation of real-world AI applications. Kaseya has announced the rollout of customer responsibility matrices to assist managed service providers in meeting Department of Defense cybersecurity requirements. These matrices clarify the responsibilities for implementing and maintaining cybersecurity controls essential for compliance with the Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification, or CMMC. ConnectWise has expanded its remote monitoring and management platform to include third-party patching for over 7,000 applications, now available through a limited availability program. The company also announced the launch of its new email security and security awareness training solutions, developed in partnership with Proofpoint. Syncro has announced that Orchestrate Technologies has achieved significant improvements in operational efficiency by implementing their extended monitoring and management platform. Orchestrate reduced ticket handling time by 43%, decreasing the average time from just 42 minutes to just 27 minutes, while also cutting service-level agreement violations by 77%, down from 8.2% to 1.9%. Egnyte has launched its new Agent Builder, a no-code framework that allows users to create customized artificial intelligence agents tailored to their specific needs. The Agent Builder is designed to simplify the integration of artificial intelligence into everyday business operations, addressing the common challenges of technical complexity and security concerns. Why do we care? All right, product dump time. SuperOps wants to be your AI app store built with AWS. Kaseya dropped some responsibility matrices so you don't get burned on CMMC compliance. ConnectWise says they've got third-party patching and a Proofpoint-powered email security play, and Syncro is bragging about a customer cutting ticket time nearly in half. At Egnyte, they're pitching no-code AI agent building. Everyone's slapping AI and compliance stickers on their platforms, but not all of it is worth your time. Marketplaces sound cool until the agents don't integrate. No-code often isn't as easy as promised. The only thing really that jumps out here is Syncro's numbers, because they show actual business outcomes. The rest, treat them as experiments, not guarantees. And in the theme of updates, let's talk about Intel. SoftBank is set to invest $2 billion into Intel as the struggling chip maker navigates financial difficulties and workforce reductions. The investment positions SoftBank as Intel's sixth largest shareholder, reflecting a broader trend of increasing investment in semiconductor manufacturing in the U.S. In a statement, SoftBank CEO Masayoshi Son expressed confidence in the future of advanced semiconductor production. The news coincides with reports that the U.S. government is considering acquiring a 10% stake in Intel to stabilize the company's operations in the U.S., according to Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. The investment from SoftBank follows its commitment to spend $100 billion in the U.S. and its collaboration with OpenAI on a significant project to develop data center infrastructure. Foxconn, the Taiwanese manufacturer, has announced its revenue from artificial intelligence servers has surpassed that of consumer electronics, including the substantial production of iPhones for Apple. In the second quarter of 2025, the company reported a revenue increase of 16%, totaling approximately $59.73 billion, with operating profit rising by 27% to $1.9 billion. CEO Kathy Yang highlighted that the Cloud and Networking Products division accounted for 41% of total revenue, surpassing the Smart Consumer Electronics unit for the first time. Sales of AI servers alone grew by 60% year-over-year, with projections indicating a staggering 170% revenue growth in the third quarter. Why do we care? Intel's not being saved by execution. It's being saved by investors and maybe the U.S. government. SoftBank's dropping $2 billion, and Washington's talking about buying 10%. That's not market confidence. That's a bailout in disguise. Intel's not leading. It's being propped up. And for the record, SoftBank isn't exactly the best at picking winners. Meanwhile, Foxconn, the iPhone maker, just made more money on AI servers than consumer electronics. Listen to that again. More money on AI infrastructure than iPhones, and they expect 170% growth next quarter. This shows two truths. Intel's future is politics, not product, and AI isn't hype anymore. It's driving the supply chain harder than phones did. Your customer's AI talk isn't theory if you're in services. It's where the dollars are shifting. And this story started last week, but was updated again on Tuesday. Attackers are exploiting two vulnerabilities in the N-Central remote monitoring and management solution by Enable. The vulnerabilities, identified as CVE 2025-8875, an insecure deserialization flaw, and CVE 2025-8876, a command injection vulnerability, have been confirmed by the United States Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. While there are no public reports of exploitation, the agency has added these flaws to its known exploited vulnerabilities catalog and mandated that federal agencies mitigate them within a week. Enable N-Central is widely used by managed service providers and IT teams to monitor and secure a variety of devices. The company has acknowledged that the vulnerabilities require attackers to authenticate themselves before exploitation, suggesting that there is a risk to the security of customers' N-Central environments if left unpatched. Enable has released updates to fix the vulnerabilities and is urging customers to upgrade to the latest versions of N-Central to safeguard their systems. A spokesperson for Enable indicated that there is evidence of limited exploitation in on-premises environments, but no confirmed incidents in hosted cloud environments. And the update? Over 800 Enable N-Central servers remain unpatched against that security vulnerability that is being actively exploited. The vulnerabilities allow authenticated attackers to execute commands on unpatched devices due to improper sanitization of user input and an insecure deserialization weakness. According to the Shadowserver Foundation, 880 N-Central servers, primarily located in the US, Canada, and the Netherlands, are still vulnerable. CISA has classified these flaws as exploited in zero-day attacks and mandated that all federal agencies patch their systems. Enable has urged administrators to upgrade to the latest version of their software to mitigate the risks. Why do we care? Well, disclosure, I'm an Enable shareholder. So here we go again. An RMM tool is the attack vector. Enable's N-Central has two nasty flaws, and guess what? They're being exploited. Shadowserver says nearly 900 servers are still unpatched. That's 900 MSPs leaving the door wide open. Yeah, Enable says you need to be authenticated to pull this off. Big deal. If the bad guys already have a foothold, that's plenty. And remember, your RMM isn't just another app, it's the master key to every client system. Enable's response checks the "we patched, we communicated" boxes, but it doesn't feel like the company is treating this with the existential gravity it deserves. By emphasizing authentication required and limited exploitation, Enable risks minimizing the urgency rather than driving home the message that this patch is non-negotiable. For providers, the safe assumption is that your RMM will be targeted, and you can't rely on vendor spin to gauge severity. Apply updates immediately, validate logs for suspicious activity, and push your vendor for long-term proof that they're hardening the product, not just fixing the bug of the week. Support for the show comes from ScalePad. Ever feel like you're doing all the work, but no one sees it? That's the reality for a lot of MSPs. You're putting out fires, chasing spreadsheets, juggling client requests. But when it's time to show value, crickets. That's where ScalePad comes in. Trusted by over 10,000 MSPs, ScalePad solutions help you turn invisible effort into visible impact. Pulling together the tools you already use, from reporting, quoting, compliance, and asset planning, into one easy platform. So instead of chasing details, you're leading smarter conversations. Because doing great work is one thing, getting credit for it, that's where the real business growth happens. ScalePad helps you show value, build client trust, and lead with confidence. Learn more at scalePad.com/Dave. Thanks for listening. It's International Day of Remembrance and Tribute to the Victims of Terrorism. Interviews are dropping tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, and back to the news all next week. Oh, and I'm previewing work I'm experimenting with on my Patreon at patreon.com/MSPradio. You can follow me there and get previews of stuff I'm working on that'll be coming soon. The Business of Tech is written and produced by me, Dave Sobel, under ethics guidelines posted at businessof.tech. If you've enjoyed the show, make sure you've subscribed or followed on your favorite platform. It's free and helps directly. Give us a review, too. If you want to support the show, visit patreon.com/MSP Radio, and you'll get access to content early. Or buy our Why Do We Care merch at businessof.tech. Have a question you want answered? We take listener questions, send them in, ideally as a voice memo or video to question@mspradio.com. I answer listener questions live on our Wednesday live show on YouTube and LinkedIn. If you've got a comment or a thought on a story, put it in the comments if you're on YouTube, or reach out on LinkedIn if you're listening to the podcast. And if you want to advertise on the show, visit mspradio.com/engage. Once again, thanks for listening, and I will talk to you again on our next episode.
Part of the MSP Radio Network.